Welcome. Hi friends. So my girl is joining me today. She wanted to do some yoga with me. And just to let you know before we get started, you're gonna need a wall. So we're gonna do everything right up against the wall today. So in my own practice, I've been feeling a little stagnant lately, a little stale. There's a lot of poses that I avoid, and so I stick to my favorite ones, and it's getting a little boring. And I'm feeling that in my body and in my heart as I practice. And I know I've been finding lately that I need to challenge myself a little bit. And I don't want to. I want to stick with the nice safe things. I don't want to do half moon or standing splits because I don't do them well, or I feel like they're not, they're hard for me. They're challenging. They're sticky. I can't get that long length or good balance yet. And I'm finding that in other things too. I don't want to do the dishes. I don't want to do the laundry. There's lots of, I don't want to be vulnerable or open or take that harder path. Like I want to take the easy way out, and I don't want to risk. And I'm challenging myself in that and finding that God's been challenging me in that to step out, to get out of the boat, to do the things that feel awkward and hard and uncomfortable on my mat and in my practice and in my life. So that's what this little practice is about today. And I hope it's, I'll tell you that as I put it together, I've actually found some space and some fun, even in these poses that are a little bit uncomfortable for me. So I hope that you find that too. So I would encourage you to take a second to warm up first if you're not warm already. You don't have to, but do a couple sun salutations, some jumping jacks, run around the block, whatever it is that works for you to warm you up, because this doesn't really include a warm. So what I want you to do is start out, we're going to start in triangle pose. So come right up against your wall, or kind of, maybe a few inches out from your wall, close enough that you can use it if you need it. And you're going to take your right foot and point it out towards the right, and your left foot is going to just come in just a little bit at an angle. Your legs are straight and strong, your weight is even between both feet. You're going to extend both arms up and out to the side. And then what I want you to do is imagine that someone is pulling on your right arm. So they're just going to pull you forward over that right foot. And then once you get that length and extension, then come down. And even if you don't usually use a block in triangle, I want you to try using a block. You can try it at different heights or lengths and just see how it feels. See how it opens your chest a little bit more. Just what that feels like. And take a few deep breaths and really sink into the pose. And then what I want you to do is you're going to shift your weight a little bit forward and take your block in your right hand. Lift the left leg. Use the wall for support. And find your half moon. So your legs are going to make kind of a 90-degree angle. You're going to have one straight line from that back foot to your head. You can look down at your bottom hand, or you can tilt your head up towards your left hand. You can keep your head straight, whatever feels most comfortable on your neck. And then from here, very carefully, we're going to shift down, keeping that left leg extended back. Really press through it to find your balance. Bring your left hand to the block. You might need to move the block out a little bit. And we're going to stretch our right hand up the wall into a reversed half moon. Breathe. And then I want you to lower that right hand down, lower both hands to the ground. And we're going to come into a standing splits. So what you want is to extend that leg, that back leg up, keeping the hips in alignment with each other and then stretching that leg up. So So I don't get a lot of space here, as you can see. And that's fine. Just go as far as you can today. And then I want you to drop that left foot back to the mat so you come into a low lunge. You okay, girl? Yeah? And then from your low lunge, I want you to press into your hands and lift that right foot up off the mat for just a second, and then extend it back into a three-legged downward facing dog. And then as you lower your right leg, I want you to shift your weight all onto your left hand and come into a side plank facing the wall. If you want, you can hook the toes and extend that leg. You don't have to. And then you're going to lift that leg up and step it back into a low lunge again. Or if you did hook the toe, you can hold the toe and pull it forward into the low lunge. And then from here, we're going to lift up into a high lunge. Really sink down into that leg. And then twist the arms back, extending your right hand along the wall and opening the chest. And back up, and back into your prep for triangle. Thanks to my daughter. Hey girl, you okay? And come onto your side maybe? How's that? Yeah? Alright, so now we're going to switch sides. So if you want, you can take a little forward fold here. And then come back up. We're going to switch to the other side. So we're going to extend the left toes out towards the left. The right toes are going to tuck in just a little bit. The hips are even in alignment, parallel with the floor. Your weight is even between both legs. You're going to extend your arms out to the side. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, and imagine someone pulling you over. Sorry, I forgot my block. You're going to want your block. Imagine someone pulling you over to the left, and then twist down for your triangle pose. Breathe. And then I want you to, you're going to kind of bend this front knee a little bit, shifting the weight forward onto it, taking the block in your left hand and lifting the right leg up for half moon. Find your balance, find your alignment. Use the wall if you need to. I'm finding that a lot of times I don't want to do these poses, so I don't do them at all, or I could instead use a prop or use the wall and find some space in them and slowly work up to being able to do them without. And then we're going to twist around for a reversed half moon. So place the block now in your right hand and open the left hand up onto the wall. Continue to engage strong through the back leg. And then lower all the way down into a standing splits. Again, try not to puff this hip up. You want to keep it down so that both hips are even. And then extend from there. And then lower that right leg down to the mat for a low lunge. Take a few deep breaths here. And then I want you into your hands. Engage the shoulders and lift that left foot just off the mat. And then extend it back for a 3-leg downward facing dog. Shift all of your weight to your right hand, lower down your leg, and come into a side plank. You can hook the toes. Use the wall if you need to. Extend the leg, and then bring it around into a lunge. Engage through both legs and lift up into a high lunge. Sink down and just breathe here for a minute. And then from here, we're going to take a reversed high lunge. Open the left arm back up onto the wall, and twisting around towards the wall. Breathe there for a minute, and then come all the way back up to where you started. You okay, girl? All right, so let's do that whole sequence one more time. So from where you ended, we're gonna start on the right side again. So come, bring your right foot out to the side, your left foot in a little. Extend the arms. Extend over, sorry, get your block. Extend over the right leg, and then lower down into your triangle pose. Take your block in your hand and come into half moon. Use the wall for support. Twist around, switching hands on the block, extending your right arm on the wall. Reverse half moon. Lower both arms down, standing splits. Lower the back leg down to the mat for a low lunge. Press the hands into the mat, lift the right foot and just hold there. And then extend back into a 3-legged downward facing dog. Shift down into a side plank. Hook the toes and extend to the top leg. Pull the right foot around for a lunge. Come up into high lunge. Sink down into it, really breathe. Take a reversed high lunge, extending the arms and twisting to go towards the wall. Inhale and bring the arms back up. Come all the way up. Point both toes forward and extend down into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale and come back up. Extend the left foot out to the side. Open the arms. Grab your block. Extend out towards over the left foot and lower down into your triangle pose. take your block in your in your left hand. Step forward and come into your half moon. Whew. Told you I didn't like half moon. Use the wall for support, don't forget. It's there for you. Now we're going to twist around to a reverse half moon. Take your block in your right hand now. Extend the left hand up on the wall. And then lower down both hands with standing splits. Lower your back leg to the mat for a low lunge. You okay? Press into the hands, lift the left foot up off the mat and just hold there for a moment, engaging the core, and then extending back into a free leg downward facing dog. Shift forward and down to a side plank. Hook the toes and extend the leg. Pull the leg forward to a lunge. Find your balance. Come up to a high lunge. Breathe. And then twist towards the wall, extending the hands. Inhale and come back up. And come back to starting. And then I want you to just come down onto your mat and take a second to lay in Shavasana. If you want, actually, you can use the wall again and turn yourself towards it so that your hips are right up against the wall. Lifting your legs up the wall and then just relax your shoulders and your arms. And breathe. You can stay here for as long as you want. Or when you're ready, you can lower down and twist around again to corpse pose, Shavasana. And just lay on your back and breathe. Take a moment to ask God what it is that you're avoiding, that He's calling you to. What it is that He has for you that you haven't wanted to do. Because it's not easy, or it's uncomfortable, or it's awkward. Allow Him to bring those things to mind. and ask Him to stir up strength and desire in you to follow wherever He leads. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms up overhead. And slowly roll over to one side. And then press yourself up to seated. There's a prayer from the Celtic Book of Daily Prayer that I come back to time and time again, and I'd like to close with it now. Christ is a light, illumine and guide me. Christ is a shield, overshadow me. Christ before me, Christ behind me, Christ beside me on my left and on my right. Namaste, friends.